Welcome to Central Florida, but back in 1991, this was the filming location for the Michael J. Fox classic Doc Hollywood. Hi everybody, and welcome to the world of Micah, and welcome to what was Grady, South Carolina in the 1991 Michael J. Fox film Doc Hollywood. Love this film, and I can't believe I'm finally doing these filming locations. It's been on my list of things to do for quite some time, but we're making that dream a reality today, and you guys are gonna get to tag along. We're gonna find a few of the spots from the film. It's gonna be a good time. If you're new, click that subscribe button. It'll keep you updated on my latest video, and if you want to support my channel, down below is a link. It'll take you to my Patreon page. Now, let's take a closer look. So where we are currently heading was the home of Judge Evans in the film. This is where Michael J. Fox would have crashed into the fence after almost hitting some cows. So Ben Stone, Michael J. Fox, would have crashed into the fence that's right here where these plants are. And this is Judge Evans' house. So right about here is where the car would have been. His car would have been right there, angled. And you can see in the photograph the mechanic, Judge Evans, and the sheriff talking to Michael J. Fox. Right about here is where all the guys were standing in front of the police car. You can see the pole in the shot. The trees here have changed a little bit, but that's the spot right there, which means Judge Evans' fence would have been right here where the plants are. It's really weird too, because in the film, Michael J. Fox comes barreling out of nowhere, and this is, you know, not exactly like it is portrayed in the film, but right through there is where he would have hit the fence and car landed here. So right about here is where this shot was taken. You can see Michael J. Fox standing in front of his car and the crashed fence. See that electric pole right there? That can be seen right behind his head. Give one final look at Judge Evans' house. Alright, now we're going to head into town and see what Grady has to offer. You can't make this stuff up. We're stuck in traffic behind a tractor. Straight ahead is right where Ben Stone was walking towards the camera with his brand new pig. You can see the other gentleman sitting against the wall of the building, and they had a post office box, a mailbox out here. One thing that does look the same, if you look on the ground, there's a line that separates the concrete going straight down the middle. You can see it in the photograph with Michael J. Fox, and then this is what it looks like current day. I wish I had a pig, because I could walk down just like Michael J. Fox did. That's it, right there. You can see this tree and the building straight ahead in the shot. Michael J. Fox and the pig would have been standing right here, and Nick on his ladder would have been standing right here. The tree, the way it forks like a V, still looks the same after all these years. Truck would have been parked right there. Matches up pretty well. So when there's a close-up of Nick on the ladder, if you look right behind him, you can see some bushes. These are those bushes. He would have been right over there, and the camera would have been looking at a building that you can see right behind him. That building would have been here. It no longer exists. Has been destroyed, basically. It's been completely torn down. Nothing remains of that building. But the bushes here still remain the same. So this is back where we were with the tree. Michael J. Fox would have been standing here. And this is about where the camera was facing. You can see the bushes, and Nick was standing right there. because you can see that pole right over here, right behind Nick's right shoulder. Straight ahead is the butcher shop. Right here you can see in the photograph Michael J. Fox running in the front door. Ben Stone was afraid he was chopping up his pig. Luckily, he wasn't. He got the pig back, but he had to work at the butcher shop to pay for his pig back. So right here on this window it would have said quality meats, and that was not Renwood Antiques, that was Crawford Butcher Shop, but it's in the same spot. He ran right through that door there, and right over here was where the butcher was, right against where that counter is. So right along here is where Michael J. Fox was walking past the restaurant. The diner and restaurant they built for the film does not exist anymore. It was right about here where the photo you're seeing was taken, with the Melvin's auto repair truck and the eat sign. And yes, it has changed quite a bit, but this is Melvin's auto repair. You can see those doors, they're wide open. They're closed in this shot. You can see Michael J. Fox running towards them, but those are the same doors. The 4 little windows on the wooden frames. And right there is the speaker box. You can see Michael J. Fox talking to the mechanic using that box. It's still here after all these years. Absolutely amazing. Not only is the speaker box here, but like I mentioned earlier, the same doors. Melvin's sign would have been right up there. So right here is where Michael J. Fox would have been walking into Melvin's with the pig. We've been walking right here where we are standing. You can see the photograph. Those bushes are still there. But it has been paved since 1991. It was a dirt road. Buildings in the background match up pretty well. So we are inside the antique store now, and this is the office. The owner of the store allowed us to come in and show you guys everything. Still says office here. It is used as an office. That's what it looks like. And he was telling me that this is the window that Michael J. Fox would have broken into to try and get his car back. And in the film, this door would have been open. Absolutely amazing. This is Melvin's Auto Repair. Gentleman who owns the Outpost Antique Shop, very nice guy. Gave him a couple of stickers here. Next time you're here, tell him I sent you. And welcome to Grady Memorial Hospital. This antique store stood as the hospital where Ben Stone spent a good chunk of his time. Right over here is the shot where they were rushing the kid because Ben thought he was going into cardiac arrest. We all know the kid just needed a Coke. He was chewing on his dad's chewing tobacco. You can see the nurse, the 2 parents, the kid on the stretcher, and Michael J. Fox walking right down the strip here where the brick is. And right here is the shot with the nurse, Michael J. Fox, the 2 parents, and the kid. You can see the building, the tree, and that light pole there right behind Michael J. Fox, as well as the doc's car. He was pulling in, very angry at Ben Stone for waking him up in the middle of the night. He told him what to do. Ben Stone wouldn't listen. And right about here was the shot. Lou was sitting on the ambulance. You can see the hospital there. The statue was to the left, and the driveway where the vehicle sits, there's still the 2 lines. They are concrete now, but in the film they were dirt, gravel dirt. Michael J. Fox would have been walking right here in the grass with the pig. And right here you can see Ben Stone leaning against the pole on the porch. He was watching the squash festival happening. You can see all the people standing and cheering on for the annual squash festival here in Grady, South Carolina. And this is what it looks like present day. So Michael J. Fox would have been right there against that pole. You can see the windows and the chairs right behind him. This tree was not here. Well, the branches weren't this long back then. But as you can see, present day, it's kind of overgrown back here. But that's the pole right there. Michael J. Fox was. So right about here was the spot with all the town folk, including the pig. They were standing on the bricks there, waiting for Ben Stone to take his bags and go to Hollywood. What's cool is the brick has not changed whatsoever. But they had a ton of people out here, and this looks a lot longer than it actually is, the stretch of this brick. It's really not that long. And this is the shot where all the folks were standing watching Ben as he drove off in the cop car, heading to catch his flight to Los Angeles. It's amazing. All the people standing here, all the extras. And I wanted to walk up here because I found this interesting. There's a sign underneath the American flag, and they had the flag right there above the antique sign. But what's interesting, let me show you something very interesting. Pay attention. See this Hirsch sign? In the film, they had a sign that said Grady Memorial Hospital. Well, the holes where the sign were are still here after all these years. There's one, and there's the other hole right there. That's where the Grady sign, Memorial Hospital sign, would have been. Still here after all these years. Was hoping I was gonna get inside of the hospital today, but that's not the case. They're closed today. Major bummer. Now I could be wrong, but I believe this is the same screen door that was used in the film. It's pretty old. Why would they replace it, you know? And right here is where Michael J. Fox would have been standing with the pig, hoping Lou would take him back. Would have been Ben Stone and Lou walking with the pig. You can see the tree in the distance, the building. Michael J. Fox and Lou would have been right there with the pig. The credits were rolling the screen. And that's the very end of Doc Hollywood. Well, you guys, our adventure for today has come to an end, which means it's time to say goodbye. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up. Please share this on all of your social media platforms. And the next time you're here, tell them World of Micah sent you. This was a lot of fun finding these filming locations. Doc Hollywood has always been one of my favorite movies, and hopefully it's one of your favorite movies. Rewatch it if you haven't seen it in a while. I'll see you guys on the next episode of World of Micah. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye. You know, small towns like this make me think how amazing it is when Hollywood actually comes to these towns, because talking to the town folk here, you really get a feel of how proud they are of their town. And like John Candy said in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, that's a rare thing.